We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from the infamous CaJohn's, it is the raspberry honey mustard hot sauce. Now, I don't know why I got this. I think it was because I saw it was a new sauce that I knew I hadn't done from CaJohn's on the shelf, and I think I picked it up for that reason. But looking here, I would not normally get this sort of sauce, and I'll show you why here momentarily. But we start with honey, raspberry preserves, mustard, jalapeno pepper mash, yellow mustard seed, apple cider vinegar, black mustard seed, and dry mustard. So I don't like the film that sleeves on the bottle. I'm just going to be honest. I think it looks kind of gnarly to me. It looks like it's turning. It looks like the sauce is turning. And yeah, not a great look. But the real story here is I don't generally buy hot sauces. You don't generally see a lot of them that only have jalapeno heat. And so I don't know. I must have missed something when I picked this bottle up. Normally, I wouldn't. But even a hot mustard, I normally, like, if you look at the playlist, I normally don't buy sauces at this low level. You can see that on the blog for quite a number of years. It was habanero or higher. And part of the reason why that didn't ever hold was because of Louisiana style sauces, cayenne sauces. But the idea, my prevailing thought was, if it's lower than that, it's basically just a sauce. It's not really a hot sauce. So this is sort of an anomaly. And I mean, I'm not upset I got it. Like, I opened this a day ago, and you can see I've had my share of it, and in fact, we're going to be pretty close to the end after this video, I think, but we'll check it out. Anyway, as far as the sauce, it doesn't look like a mustard. It doesn't look like a hot sauce. I don't know what it looks like. It's sort of this brownish color that I don't find super appealing, but I mean, it doesn't look bad or anything. It just, I don't know where I'd quantify the visuals of this exactly, but let's get into the flavor, shall we? Honey mustard, lots of raspberry seeds. Honey mustard-ish. The taste here is very subtle. A lot of yellow mustard notes, but it's not quite a mustard. It's this weird middle ground. I'm not even sure where I'd put it. I have tried this on hot dogs, like a regular mustard. It wasn't bad. In fact, I would probably actually have this again on a hot dog. I would do it. You can't stop me. But I'd have to be in the mood for it. Sweet and hot dogs is always, sweet and sausages in general is kind of odd to me a little bit. Obviously, fried foods. This is going to work extremely well. It's a sweet sauce. A lot of dipping sauces are sweet as well. my initial thought, and I put this in the written review as well, link to that is available in the description below. This to me is like if you, nobody was asking this question, but it sort of answers the question of what if you took the chipotle out of a raspberry chipotle sauce and put in honey mustard instead. So my impression of this is I keep expecting there to be a smoke flavor and there just isn't. So it's a little disorienting for me. But since I had that fixed in my head, with raspberry chipotle sauce, I mean, I might as well do that, right? I'm not going to. Well, maybe I will. Who knows? But I'm not planning on ever doing that because that's more of just a sauce to me. And that's really where this falls. That's why I wouldn't normally get this. And I'm a little puzzled why I made that choice. I don't actually remember when I picked it up. It was quite some time ago now. And I don't recall what I was thinking at the time. Anyway, so raspberry chipotle, I used to put it on just plain chicken breast back in my bodybuilding days. When I was eating 2 or 3 of those a day, I would get these big bags of frozen chicken breast from Costco and just throw the frozen thing on the Foreman grill and then just let it go until it was done. Plain chicken that is made in that manner is extremely bland. And even though I tried to caramelize it and stuff. And so what I would do is I'd say, okay, I'm just going to bite the bullet and have some sugar. And I would just, man, I must have went through gallons of that sauce until I finally got tired of it, that raspberry chipotle, because it worked together so well. And just that little bit, I was not really having a lot of sugar in those days and so on and so forth. But outside of that, I do chicken a lot on this channel, and I try to break it up a little bit. So one of the things that I see for the holidays a lot is people doing cheese cracker stuff. And so I saw this recipe. There's a whole webpage devoted to this recipe, and you know what the recipe was? Here's the entirety of the recipe. Take a block of this, dump the sauce on so it runs over the side. The end. And I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. But we are going to play around with some cheese and crackers. And you can see we have here the Philadelphia original cream cheese. Like an idiot, I got this instead of... I should have got a tub. The tubs are definitely the way to go. I don't know why these blocks even exist anymore. And I don't know why I thought I should have one. Shame on me. All right, so it's supposed to open it at the seam. Is there like a method to this madness here? Is this supposed to be resealable or something? Or just, no, it's just supposed to. Okay. Yeah, definitely not. So that's all right. We'll get Mr. Ziploc. Don't you worry none. Don't you fret your pretty little heads about it out there. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do, Milton's original multi-grain crackers. These have, well, it's been quite a while, but these have also shown up in videos in the past. And so this sleeve is garbage. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's have should we do, how many can we fit on here? Half a dozen. Wait, how many of these do I want to eat? That's a better question. All right. Let's do a nice even half a dozen. Save that for later. Okay. So what we're going to do is just cream cheese. I'm going with slightly different thicknesses here, slightly different ratios, just to see if that changes anything. I don't anticipate it will. Maybe, who knows? Who can even say with these, I mean, in this economy, right? Right? Okay. The phrase that works no matter what the economy is. All right, let's just... So I'll try to not make a mess here everywhere, which I think I might be failing at already. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, this might be the end of this during this video. I haven't done that for a while. All right. I see Triscuits used a lot. I almost got those. I should have got those. I almost got those. But these I found first and they were on sale. It's sort of the texture is kind of like Ritz. Obviously, with only jalapenos and them being set fairly far back, there's no heat at all in this sauce. So, what the hell am I doing? You know, treating it like it is a hot sauce. Well, like I've always said, there's the words hot sauce on the bottle. If that is how a product is going to market itself, that is how I will judge it. Flavor-wise, it's just so subtle. It's so weird to me because it's a very, very subtle flavor. It's one of the reasons that I use so much of it is you have to kind of concentrate it to get the flavor. But I mean, a lot of times you'll see that at holidays, cheese, crackers, some sort of sauce. So I thought, well, you know, timing of the season and stuff, why not? My preference is probably the smokiness of the chipotle sauce. And I don't think this should be marketed as a hot sauce because there's no heat at all. At all. I don't know who would ever find this hot. Like my mom and my son are really sensitive to hot foods. I would have no problem with this, you know, giving this to either one of them. I wouldn't worry about it even a second. Although one of those two I don't think will like the flavor very much. That being the younger of those two. Let's go. These are such nice crackers. I really like the flavor of these. Die Bomber cracker pieces. All right. I mean, there's cream cheese, but I hear you. I hear you out there saying, but I don't really like cream cheese. So, that is fine. Nobody says you have to. You don't have to like cream cheese. We're not going to have this just on crackers. But I thought, you know, what the hell? Let's get this. This is Fromage d'Affanois Excellence. This is supposed to be a triple creamy brie. And so, hey, how about some brie? If cream cheese is too pedestrian, you know, you see this a lot. You see brie, and brie is a really cool cheese actually to use this with, because you can use like hyper sweet stuff. For instance, like a fig, you know, a fig dip. You can use that with one of the less creamy bries, and that'll be quite nice. Where you have this hyper sweetness that's really complemented nicely with the cheese itself. I haven't had this particular one. I think we're gonna try it. Ooh. Very nice. I mean, if you don't like brie, then or cream cheese, maybe just the cheese plates are not for you. That's fine too. We're in a no judging zone right here on this channel. Like whatever the hell you like. Well, oakley dokley there, partner. Let's get some of this out of here. All right. It definitely has a certain thickness to it. It's not quite as thick as raspberry preserves would be. But that's clearly, that's clearly in the DNA of the sauce. No question. All right. We are down to probably about the last 3/4 of an ounce there. And let's try it with the brie. Interesting. The one advantage I will say with Triscuit is the cracker sizes themselves tend to be more one bite. You know what? I'm not sure this works. The cream cheese definitely worked better. So definitely the ones with less of the cheese on there are not as good as the ones with more. Trying to find a balance here is a little bit of a struggle, oddly enough. All right, so if you're going to buy this, don't try to pair it with brie. Just the cream cheese works a lot better. It's not sweet enough where I would try it on a raspberry cheesecake. Yeah, it's much more forgiving with the cream cheese and the brie. That was a pretty bite, though. I had enough brie there to effectively complement it. Mm. The brie has that bit of sharpness to it, a little bit of bitter. I think that is amplifying the bitter of a mustard somewhat overly. Not sweet enough to really combat those flavors. No, what the hell? It's fun. Well, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. They do say to pair this with turkey. I actually do have some turkey, oddly enough, at the moment. So I guess the rest of this will probably be me playing around with it on turkey. I do like it as far as a chicken tendy, and it work. I mean, it's gonna work well with chicken. It's gonna work well with the light meats, with pork and stuff. I saw a suggestion to put it on burgers. Berries and burgers go together, I think, pretty well. I haven't tried that yet. Obviously, I'm not going to have enough to do that, and I'm not going to go buy another bottle so I can do that. But it's in such a strange sort of dynamic that it's like it's trying to straddle too many worlds. I think that's my big problem with this. Obviously, I wish there was more heat or any heat. I really miss the smoke. This keeps making me look for smoke, like Chipotle. This would have been an infinitely better sauce if there's Chipotle instead of jalapenos, or put both. This definitely suffers for that lack. I mean, flavor is good, and it's kind of interesting, but it I don't know. It's trying to tread ground that I think other sauces are already at, and that are doing it better. And I think that's kind of the central disappointment I have with this one. But again, maybe I meant to grab something else. I have no idea. I wouldn't normally buy this kind of sauce, so I'm a bit mystified. But certainly, obviously, I'm going to use it up. There's no problem with that. But I don't think it's the kind of sauce I would ever get. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that, because this is the kind of sauce. It's too cold at the moment for me to consider doing this, but this is a sauce I kind of wish I would open in the summer, because I think this would make a really good tasting grill sauce. Obviously, no real heat to it, but I think it would do extremely well as a grill sauce, because I think it is sweet enough to actually work well with the caramelization and so on. So I guess if you happen to get any of this in the warmer months, give that a try. But that's going to do it for this time. This is the CaJohn's. Is the raspberry honey mustard hot sauce. I'll go full in peace to serve the flame.